Hello, my name is Jessie Lam, and I'm a personal trainer, a holistic nutritionist, and a yoga teacher. So what initially drew me into the nutrition and fitness industry was when I was younger, I had body image issues already, probably starting at the age of 8 or 9. So I started doing little exercises on my own in my own bedroom. As I got older, I got a part-time job as a trainer at a gym because I started to learn more about exercise, and I wanted to share my knowledge and teach other people how to exercise properly. And then as more time went on, I realized that nutrition is a big part of being in health and fitness and being the healthiest version of yourself. I noticed the differences in my body when I nourished it well and when I didn't. So that's when I became a holistic nutritionist as well. So two go hand in hand and really help me become the healthiest version of myself. I guess like a lot of people in their 20s, had a corporate job, and we did a lot of drinking and partying, a lot of disregard to getting proper sleep and proper nutrition. I did exercise a lot, but obviously that kind of negates it with all the drinking and the partying and lack of sleep. So that was kind of like my life, and it was a lot of stress. I was trying to keep up with my fitness, but also going out a lot, and then trying to meet deadlines at work and move up in the corporate ladder. So what made me want to kind of make the switch was my husband was a big integral part of it. He also felt the same, like we can't do this until we're 65. Like we have passions elsewhere. How can we navigate out of this type of life and into something that we want to do? So being that we didn't have kids yet, it was a little easier to make that transition, to make that plan together, and then yeah, we both quit our jobs and started our new venture probably about 10 years ago. Yeah. The most challenging part about transitioning into a different career path was I think the uncertainty for me. Didn't have a steady income. I didn't know how much money I'll be making each week or each month like I did with the corporate job. I didn't have a solid clientele base yet, so a lot of it was unknown. So it made me feel very vulnerable, but also kind of like I didn't have much to lose now because I kind of quit my job. So it did help me push myself out there and to let people know what I was doing. I think I maybe had more than one instance. I think the first one was when I did quit my job. It was a huge load off my shoulders. Even though there was a lot of uncertainty ahead, I knew like my husband was by my side. He just did the exact same thing. And it was a huge relief because before I actually spoke to my boss, I was like anxious all day, like for the whole week. So that made me feel a lot better. And then like maybe another moment later on was actually soon after, I had maybe 2 friends that I went to university with. They were following me on Instagram, and I had been posting snippets of workouts and fitness stuff here and there. When I was like, guess what, everybody, I quit my job. They messaged me and they're like, are you taking clients? And yeah, I just started getting a couple of clients, friends and stuff, people that already showed that they trusted me. So I was like, okay, I think this was a good call. Yeah. My personal health journey started when I was younger, maybe like 8, 9 years old, just seeing girls on TV that I thought were beautiful or skinny, and I wanted to look just like them. So I had some body image issues from a young age, and I wanted to start exercising. Like I would wake up in the morning and just start doing crunches in my room. I was 9 years old, and then I would just be like, oh, let's do some sit-ups, yeah. I struggled with that for a little bit because, especially like for me, I'm an Asian girl, and a lot of Asian girls at that age are very small and very skinny, and I was always kind of athletic looking, or I thought I was. So that's kind of what started me into exercise. That was the initial reason. But as I got older, I started continuing to exercise because it made me feel good, and I started to see results and feel stronger, and gave me the confidence, and I started to become more comfortable with how I looked and felt. So, I mean, fast forward more decades later, like now that I'm in my 40s, it's like I want to just live a long and healthy life. So that's kind of, it was a lot of like ups and downs along the way and health struggles, but it helped me become the person I am today and taught me a lot. All the way from, starting from body image issues to fertility issues to gut issues, and then having my own child, and then trying to set the example for her. So yeah, that's where I am today. Any recent health challenges I faced, I would say, well, if you're looking within the last 10 years, I did have issues with my period. I lost my period for 2.5 years when I stopped taking birth control, and then I immediately decided to do a fitness competition. So I dropped a lot of body fat very quick, my hormones didn't regulate, so I stopped getting my period, and at first I was like, oh, that's nice, it's convenient, and then 2.5 years later, I'm like, well, this is a very long time. So I had seen doctors in between. I saw acupuncturists, I saw naturopaths, took some supplements, even took some hormone supplements, and eventually it did come back, and so that was good, and it became more regular. I did get pregnant naturally with my daughter, and that was a huge relief, because it showed that that's what my body is meant to do. That's what a female body is meant to naturally do, so that was one. And then the most recent health struggle I guess I had was maybe 2 years ago. I think it still involved a little bit of postpartum. After having my daughter, I started getting a lot of anxiety, and I would get panic attacks. And I also had IBS. So I think that they just fed off each other, and my IBS was really bad, out of control. Like I would have to go to the bathroom anytime, anywhere. And the panic attacks were really frustrating because I felt scared to even go out to ride my bike, because I was like, what if I have an anxiety attack and pass out, you know? So I did talk to my doctor, got some help, spoke to people, and then learned more about the physiological effects of what goes on with my body with a panic attack. I learned that my biggest fear was dying. I'm like, you can't die from a panic attack. You're not getting a heart attack. My doctor reassured me. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna die. It's just my body, you know, fight or flight mode. So once I knew I wasn't gonna die and I knew what was happening in my body, I was more, I guess you can say, comfortable with the anxiety if I were to get it, and I wouldn't like fight it off or be scared of it. So it became much more, I guess, manageable, and yeah, it doesn't really affect me anymore. So what I did to cope with my mental health was I talked about it. I told my husband all about it. I spoke to my doctor, so that already made me feel like I was in control, that I was doing something about it. And then I learned that I wasn't the only one on this planet that was struggling with stuff like that, especially with other mothers. So I think it's just a natural type of reaction when you start to have children. You kind of like have to worry about other people as well. So that just helped me get more comfortable with what I was going through. And then and again, just learning about what anxiety and panic is in your body. I actually watched a documentary on Netflix about what happens in your body and your brain when that happens, and that to put it more into an objective and scientific perspective, it made more sense to me. So I'm not like guessing, am I going to die today? You know, so yeah, because I knew I wasn't, so I understood it more. As I got older too, I definitely was more diligent with taking my supplements and making sure I had a balanced diet, exercising daily, but I adjusted my exercise intensity and the type of exercises according to how I felt that day, and also according to the stage I'm at in my life. Like, I'm not going to be working out the same way I did when I was 25, now at 40. So still focus on being strong and things like that, and again, ultimately just having a balanced diet, lots of whole foods, and also going out with friends and enjoying stuff as well, because that's good for emotional and mental health. Just having a drink if you want, or eating Oreos if you want, it's just a good balance instead of restricting myself. I ultimately try to prioritize my needs first without it looking, some people will say, do you not feel selfish? But obviously, if there's other priorities, like my daughter's sick, my husband needs help with something, I will do that. But, on a day-to-day basis, I wake up in the morning and I try to get my workout in, and I drink my water, do all that stuff before I tackle everything else in the rest of the house. So I make sure I get that out of the way, and then the next priorities are the rest of my family, get them to school and start work and walk the dog, things like that. So I'm just very regimented and on a schedule. So it's just very natural and easy. And then my daughter and my husband are very used to my schedule as well. My daughter is not whining or complaining, why are you doing that? Because she knows I need to do that. And then if someone's sick and things go awry, it's not a big deal, because I know we can get back on track once everything's back to normal again. It's just a small hiccup in the rest of your life type thing. Yoga has helped me both physically and mentally in a lot of ways, a lot of special ways. Yoga was, when I went to do my first yoga training, I chose an instructor that had courses kind of all over the world. My first course with her was in Mexico, and it was my first trip on a plane by myself, like without my husband, without my parents. I was much older, like I was in my early 30s, so it wasn't like I was a teenager or anything. So I was like, an adult, and I've never done that before. So it was very nerve-wracking, but it was one of the most amazing experiences ever. I made new friends. I felt very free, felt very independent. So it gave me a lot of confidence and got me out of my comfort zone. So that was a big thing. And then also physically and mentally, it keeps me confident and strong. And even at my age now, and hopefully for decades later, like I want to be able to still do what I can do now and live a long and healthy life physically and mentally. What excites me most about my work right now is I'm grateful for all the clients that I have. They're very loyal, they're very long-term. Some of them have had for more than 10 years. Some of them came back from when I was a trainer 20 years ago at like a gym. So that's very nice, and just now being able to, I guess, evolve and continue to grow old with them as well. Like they're getting older, but they're still kicking it with me, and it's just very encouraging and wholesome to see and to keep these relationships with them. And also, like working from home, my daughter can see my clients come in, they're exercising, I'm teaching them, we're doing it together. So I'm excited to see how that will affect her as she gets older. It means being a part of a strong and committed family. It means being proudly Canadian. And it means completeness in my life, in not just health and fitness, but like my whole life. Like I feel like it physically and literally it's nourishment, and I just feel very supported with the family as well. I think of proudly Canadian, strength and health, and a strong community and support. It sounds a little bit generic, but I do want to just live a long and healthy life and continue to do what I'm doing day to day, watch my daughter grow up, grow old with my husband, grow old with my dog, and just be the best I can be every day. What advice I would give my younger self would probably be don't take things so personally, and don't dwell over the small stuff. Control what you can, and just show up every day. One message I would like to send to all Canadians is to just show up every day and be positive.